Hi guys, how are you? Hi Thalazor, hi Do the Quiet, hi Slainbeast, hi Not the ATF, hi True Patriot, hi Talon, hi Arnold Salinas, hi Jesse Wild. How is everyone? How is everyone? I hope y'all doing well. Hi Milky R, hi Sale. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing good. Thank you for the 75 stream streak, Thalazor. Wow. Wow, that's so many. That's so many. Alright, today the plan is, well, okay, first off, we did a little grinding off stream. As you can see, what I mentioned before last stream is that the EVs of Beedrill, of Stingling, are now fixed. Now with full attack, full speed, and special defense. A little bit of special defense. And Pinsir now has attack EVs and speed EVs and defense EVs. Wow, look at that attack stat. Look. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at the bulk on this guy. And he's faster. He's faster even though he's lower level. A little grinding off stream, she's already beaten the Elite Four. That's funny. Wow, like, if you just look at it though, look at this like crazy outscaling. Pinsir just has higher stats than Beedrill. You know what I mean? What's weird is that Beedrill has more HP, but like, I don't know how much of that is. Yeah, there's only a small difference in HP IVs here. I'm a little confused. Of course you have the bug Pokemon? Of course I do. What do you take me for? I'm a bug type trainer. I'm a bug type trainer. What do you expect from me? Or are they both bashful? Interesting, okay. Interesting. But today, guys, we're going into the Safari Zone. We are looking for Scyther, but, you know, we'll also complete the decks if we can. I also learned that apparently, if you use bait in the Safari Zone, it's harder to catch stuff with the Safari Balls, but they're less likely to run away. Meanwhile, if you throw a rock at something, it's easier to catch with the Safari Ball, but they're more likely to run away. So, I don't know if I'm willing to risk that, but we'll have to see. We have 114k right now, so we can afford to go to the Safari Zone a bunch of times. We can probably go there all stream. So let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome to the Safari Zone. 500, you can play Safari game. Roam the wide open Safari and catch what you like. Would you like to play? Yes. 500, please. Only use special kind of Pokeballs here. Calling you from the PA when you run out of time. Wish you the best of luck. Bum, 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 bum. Parasect. We already have one. Alright, yeah, we're mainly looking for Scyther. We want a good Scyther. A good quality Scyther. Why are you bug eating people? Pretty scared of getting pet by them? It's a reference to a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Maneater bug was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And then the Pinsir is a girl, so I just also kind of make that reference, like, she's a man-eater. Hi, Moppack. Okay, here's Scyther. Okay, we found a Scyther. Alright. So apparently, if we throw a rock, it's easier to catch one. So what is the strategy? To use bait and then throw rocks at it and then throw a ball? Or just throw a ball right out the gate? Or do I throw a rock now? What do you think? We've been having some limited success with it. Okay, maybe we do rocks if we have bait, rock, ball. Okay, we throw out bait. We throw a rock. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. Who told you that bait and then rocks? I just kind of assume from what I heard. Just keep using bait? Okay. I heard rocks make it easier to catch stuff. That was on the PokeMMO wiki. Man. Do you think the wiki lied to us? Because it ran away instantly. It ran away freaking instantly. We don't have this one. Okay, so here's my general idea. If you only have a few balls, then try throwing the ball when it's not eating. But I don't know about rocks though. I've never had the rock not instantly lead to a fled Pokemon. But we have a lot of balls. So we might as well use bait and then throw as many balls as possible. That's the way I see it. Bum, 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 bum. We will catch a Chansey eventually. I hope. No! They hate us. How dare they? Ba 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 ba. Oh, it's raining. I actually wouldn't mind catching a Kangaskhan as well, because that's basically slacking before slacking. Look, a pincer. We already have a nice pincer though. Rain time. Guys, I also modified how often advertisements play on Twitch. Instead of 1.5 minutes every 1.5 minutes every 30 minutes, it is now 3 minutes every hour. So there's less ad breaks, but the ad breaks are twice as long. That gives me time every hour to like potentially go use the restroom or something like that, right? I'm assuming that this is based on FRLG, the calculator for what strat to use. That's good break time, yeah. I think it's pretty reasonable. Eggs! The eggs! Dang, that's like our third pincer in this run. Bum 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 bum. So many ships are coming out soon. Are we getting another gray market ship? Ironclad, my beloved. Oh, Ironclad is finally getting released in Star Citizen. Nice. We're waiting a while for that one. I don't even know, like The ironclad's gonna come out. I'm gonna have it in my freaking Aesop, but I won't even know what to do with it. I got to rail into. Oh, we're getting so much storage. We're getting so much cargo ships. All right, here's the Scyther. We still have a lot of balls. We throw out some bait. Oh man, they instantly fled. Eight to 10 ships that were coming around Invictus. Whoa. They're really going crazy with the ships. You want to pull it up? Professor Rex FRLG. Oh, FRLG. So fire red, leaf green, safari zone pulled up the tool. What? So there's a low catch rate. Yeah. Well, that's why we're dedicating the entire stream to look for a better Scyther. We have a lot of balls. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you have only like 7 safari balls left, right, then you might as well try the riskier plays. Here's a pattern. The bait rock strat is the right meta with some pattern. I know the nerds did in spreadsheets. So the best approach is apparently just to throw balls and pray. Oh. Right, next Scyther, I will just start throwing balls. That's it. I won't even bait. Just throw balls is the easiest one if you're not gonna min-max a calculator. I see. What about Chansey and Kangaskhan and Tauros? Hi, Mr. 3H. I did do 27 last year. Recently got Aurora Mark II for SE, Ultracut UTV, and Hull B. So many ships. So many shipperonis. What do you even do with that many spaceships? What do you even do with that many spaceships? Ba, 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 ba. Give me Scyther, give me Tauros, give me Kangaskhan, give me Chansey. Dang it! We're supposedly getting the Raylan, the Ironclad Assault command module for both, and the Caterpillar, the H8 Hammerhead Gold Standard Battle Cruiser concept, and we have chances of catching a Pokemon just by. Oh wait, well, I mixed up 2 messages. What was the Aegis Origin Kruger? Oh, the Anvil, nice. So Safari, I remember watching a video about a guy doing the math for code the game, and yeah, you have more chance of catching a Pokemon just by throwing balls. Really? I see. Then I will just throw the balls. That's what I will do. Oh no. Let's see, does this person talk about it? 4 zones in it. Each zone. Play safari balls to catch them. Throw bait, but harder to catch. Throw rocks, more likely to flee, but easier to catch. Right. Encounter a shiny Scyther? That would be cool, but it's very unlikely. If I caught a shiny Scyther, I don't care what its IVs or nature is, I'm using it. A Safari caught shiny? People be like, you're out of your goddamn mind. What's the thing about the Aegis being the laser shark? Laser shark? I wish you good luck. Thank you. Alright, here's the Scyther. Here's the Scyther. Alright, you said we just throw balls. Don't run. Another one. Don't run! Don't you dare run! Don't you dare run, bozo! You stay in that freaking ball! Hey! Hey! Cooperate! No! Dang it! He ran away. The freaking Scyther ran away. Robots is probably the older than the one I'm referring to. The guy I'm trying to do a legit shiny hunt, which made him do a calculator and math for Chansey. Oh. Okay, so bait, then rock, then ball. That's what they're saying to do. Okay. So is it entirely off of chances? Got a lookup table actually. It's wild. Really? Could you post it in my server, in my Discord? Or maybe if you don't want to join my server, post it in Seki's server. And I can look at it. Find it on my phone? Okay. I know that bug. Yeah. Bug playing with balls, how the world's fallen. What do you mean? We're trying to find Scyther. Don't make it weird, bro. Don't make it weird. There's nothing wrong with a bug looking for Scyther. You know, something I haven't seen a single time though is Tauros. Are certain mobs really restricted to certain locations? Like, do I have to go to the right to find Kangaskhan? That's the only place I found Kangaskhan. And that Scyther is the only one in the very rare slot here, in the very entrance. Alright. So it is bait. Then it is rock. That didn't work. That didn't work. The rock has always caused Scyther to instantly leave. Different screens and Safari Zone have different mods. Okay. What's the Discord so I can join? It should be in my description. It's in the description of all my videos except for my shorts. I think we had think we had some really good luck with just going straight for the safari balls with the Scyther. I think we did. So I think that means though, if different screens have different mons, I didn't know if they just streamlined it so that they're all in the same pool in PokeMMO, but I only noticed Kangaskhan on the right side. All right, I've never caught Chansey. So you're saying a shiny Chansey just only bait when you're trying to catch it? Only bait. But that's what we were doing last time, and I guess it was mostly successful. But I don't know, I kind of feel like going straight for the ball here with the Chansey. That's what I feel like doing. Shiny hunt. Do the calculator math for Chansey. Okay, so throw balls. Okay, the video you're referring to. I agree. Thank you for the cartoon splat. Let's see. Okay, Professor Rex. Professor Rex. Fire Red, Leaf Green, Safari Zone Tool. Whoa, what is this? Chansey? Wait, you can load a pattern? Balls remaining. 27, lone pattern. Okay. My odds of a successful capture are 19%. Okay, okay, whoa, it's got a long pattern. It's telling me to bait twice. It fled from battle. It instantly fled. Okay, there's a crazy... There's a crazy... Yeah, you're right. This tool is crazy. This is a crazy tool. I wish I could show... Like, how can I show this on screen? I mean, like, maybe I have to open it in another browser? Post them in Discord? Alright, let me see. Let me see. Is there, like, a table that they just go off of? Chansey's angry. Oh, you have a whole video. Okay, I see the calculator. I'm not gonna watch the whole video right now, but I'm going to use the calculator. I'm gonna try following the calculator. This seems like a really cool calculator. Okay, so the rock is like has a lot more weight to it than I thought. Like, it expects you to bait several turns in a row. I can't grab the link in the description. Right. It expects you to bait several turns in a row. It seems like just throwing the ball and pray makes a lot of sense though, because like for Chansey, apparently it's like 20% out the gate. Like 20% chance to catch right out the gate at full HP with a Safari Ball is actually really high. Like, to put things in perspective, a lot of Pokemon only have like a 12% chance to catch or something like that at full HP with a regular Pokeball. So the Safari Ball is actually kind of like pretty good. Another 8% on top of it. I know that PokeMMO changes some capture ratios, so the calculator might not be accurate. Oh. Would they change the Safari Zone? I wish there was like a consolidated list of all the changes PokeMMO has over the other games, so that we know what reference material is not good anymore. Safari Ball is supposed to be the equivalent of a Great Ball. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes complete sense. Alright, we have a Scyther. Let me pull up the calculator. Click on Scyther. We have 27 balls. Alright, it wants us to bait twice, ball 3 times. Odds successful chance capture right now is 19%. Okay. Bait. Bait. Ball. Ball. Why are you throwing stuff at me? What did I do? Ball again? Alright, it wants us to bait one more time. Oh, it fled. Alright, let's see. Hello. They're trying to catch me. Maybe I should get some 3D models of Pokeballs for the throw redeem. That would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? What did you guys think of the thumbnail on YouTube? YouTube watchers, what did you guys think of the thumbnail for this stream? Skull Leader Arnold, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Why are you guys messing with me? Cartoon splat. Hi, it's me from YouTube. Hello. Hi, hi. Bum, 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 bum. Are you Team Skull's leader? What happened to Guzma? Or are you referring to a different kind of Skull team? I hope we can get a Scyther. I hope we can. Like a good Scyther. Alright, it doesn't even need to be super amazing. Like, I'd be okay with, like, just semi-decent IVs. And, in a neutral nature, even. I'd be okay with that. That's kind of what I'm already doing. With my Beedrill and my Pinsir. I am Team Leader Skull? Whoa. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. Let's find a Scyther, pretty please. Alright, here's a Chansey. Okay, let's try to catch you. So we have 24 balls left. Alright, bait. Bait. Oh, Chansey fled from battle. Be careful, it's still your Pokemon. No! No! Don't steal my Pokemon! We have so many pincers! What in the world? It's nice the bugs are right here, like right at the beginning area of the Safari Zone. I would get so frustrated to go hunting in the Safari Zone at like the last part of it without Surf. That would be so annoying. People always talking about Garchomp, bro. Everyone loves Garchomp. Why does everyone love Garchomp so much? What about bug types? What about bug types though? They see a fellow bug, they think they're your queen. True. We're about to run a safari steps. We barely went through our balls. Alright, I think this next safari run, we're going to try our old strategy again. We're just going to throw bait. And as long as they're eating, we'll throw balls. And even if we get a super good Scyther, if we do get a super good Scyther early, which I doubt we will. Which I doubt we will, to be honest. We'll start hunting for the other Safari Zone Pokemon. Please don't plant your eggs in Scyther? What? Garchomp is really good overall. I have an alpha one with a favorable nature and 3 perfect IVs, I think. Garchomp is scary. Too powerful. Garchomp has really good stats. When I think of a Pokemon with really good stats, you know who I think of? I think of Slacking. Are you okay, Curry? Did you spend too much time drinking? Overworked? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're overworked. Where is the Scyther? Come on, man. Give us Scyther. Get Durant and Unova one day? I think I will. People have given me Durants. It's just I still want to OT capture stuff. People are probably saying I should just use the Durants. Probably thinking I should just use the Durants until I get to that point though. But I'm not trying to cheese through the story. You know what I mean? I have like my own goals set, right? I'm not trying to go through the story as fast as possible just so I can go to the other regions as fast as possible. I mean, it's kind of defeats the point. It's like, I have a lot of fun doing what I'm doing right now. The Scyther is over there. Where? Where? They're trying to help. Durand is at the Victory Road of Unova. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I did not know. Bum, 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 bum. Are you taking? You always get the Durant in the future? Yeah. You can get 1,000,000 trillion Durant. Catch them in netballs. Dang, no Scythers so far with this one, with this run. Get a Totodile? Everyone really likes Totodile. Those are some really good starters. Cyndaquil, Chikorita, Totodile. That was the lineup, right? You're everyone? Yeah. Everyone and everything. Ba 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 ba. Scyther, no fleeing. Scyther, no fleeing. Alright, we found a Scyther. Okay. Stay with me, guys. Scyther, no fleeing. You're not selling comp since December? I will go out and eat some sushi. Have some yummy sushi. Alright, we're gonna bait. Scyther, no fleeing. We're going to ball. Stay. Stay. Let me put anything switch to the follow. Thank you. Watching carefully. Alright, bait again. Scyther's eating. Ball. Stay in your ball. Stay in your ball. Stay. No! You're not supposed to flee. Why would they flee? Hi. Hello. You're fishing the grass, though. You're fishing the grass. How are you doing that? Ba, ba, ba. Scyther, no swiping. Hi, Brittany Bridges Brightly. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing well. You're looking at the water on your end? Yeah, you're fishing the grass on my end. How? You broke the system. So many redeems today. You guys are silly. Magikarps are in the grass. Oh. Ba ba ba. You gonna sleep, have fun, Twitchy? Alright, take care, Kuri. Give me another Scyther. Give me another Scyther. How many Scythers did we catch last time we were in the Safari Zone? I can't remember. Three? Really? We're 47 minutes in, we've had no luck so far. Oh. Ba 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 ba. Alright, Scyther. Don't run away. You have to stay. Okay, I have a good feeling about this one. I have a good feeling about this Scyther, okay? I feel it. I feel a spot in my brain. It's like activating. There's a spot in my brain telling me to throw bait for this particular Scyther. And we're gonna throw a ball. I have a good feeling about this one. Really good feeling. Dude, I fucking told you. I fucking told you guys. I had a good feeling. Adamant. Ooh, bad IVs. No. I mean, Adamant is pretty good though. It's just yeah, at least it's female. So I could pass on a nature. Geriatric speed. Yeah. With an Everstone, it could pass on its nature, right? I don't know how PokeMMO feels about like how the breeding works entirely. I do know the parents get consumed, but like I'm assuming a Everstone would still pass on the nature. Because this is one of the natures you want. You'd probably want either Adamant or Jolly. That's what you would want. But we got one. This is our first Scyther of the day. 50 minutes into the stream. Yeah, not ideal IVs. Yeah. I was like, ooh, Adamant? Okay, if it was Adamant and it had like at least 100 IVs, I would have been alright, I'll work with that. Using Everstones you pass the nature? I see, okay. Yeah. Alright, that's we're one step closer though, because that's still like breeding fodder. Venonat. It's odd to see you. If it has the Adamant 31 speed or attack, it's like 30k. Oh, I have a metal coat already. I was given a metal coat, so no one has to give me a metal coat because it was female. I see. I see. Okay. Let's throw some bait. We haven't caught a Chansey yet. And throw ball. I'm okay with being a little crazy with ball here. Because we only have 37 steps left and we have over 20 balls left. Ah, unlucky. Stack it with a rock if he gets angry, it guarantees the catch. If it gets angry, that's its thing? It'll say it's angry at you? Hold on, next Pokemon I'm throwing a rock at just to see. I want to see. Is there an angry? Does it say angry? I threw a rock. Oh! That's a guaranteed catch? Angry. I just want to practice. You're right. We caught this Nidorino. Interesting. Okay, we only have 5 steps left. Time's up. Safari game is over. Let me back out there. Let me back out there. Yeah, I'd like to play. Get out of my way. Let me into the freaking Safari zone. This is my territory. Hey, Lonesome. Not breeding on the kind of post game. Bad reason to do early breeding. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be rough. Wait, isn't there a chance for legendaries if you have all 8 badges on any grass tile in Kanto? Like every month is a chance for legendaries? So does that mean there's a chance that if you're doing the Safari Zone after you've gotten all 8 badges, that you'll end up with, you can end up with a Safari Zone like Zapdos or something? That would be crazy. Maybe the same outfit? Yeah. I was given this outfit. I was given this outfit by viewers. I don't think they spawn in there. I think there's a coalition of viewers who find PokeMMO streamers and gives them the reindeer outfit with the bear ears. Scyther, okay. It was Obi-Wan, yeah. Alright, Bates. You are staying. You are staying. I'm channeling all my capture energy in real life. I'm like gesturing towards the screen right now with my twitchy hands. You're going to stay. You're going to go inside this safari ball and you're going to be ours. And you're gonna have animate nature or jolly nature with good IVs. That's what you're gonna have. You hear me, Scyther? 2, 3. Aww. Stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. Stay in the ball. Aww. When a Pokemon with a cute charm, you have a higher odds of them being female. Oh. I didn't know. I didn't know. What do you think the value is of my Pinsir? My Pinsir doesn't have good nature, but it's a female with very good IVs. I think these are good IVs, right? These are pretty solid. I don't think people like Pinsir as much though. And I don't think I'd ever sell her. But she's a good noodle. People probably want exactly 31. So like 30 and 29 aren't gonna cut it. WIVs. It would be much because no one uses it. Yeah, I figured. Pincer's just kind of like a stat bug. Has a lot of stats for a bug. No one would breed for a better one. I'd probably be the only one to do it. I'd be in the Safari Zone for ages. It's kind of sad that in like the triple bug threat, Scyther, Heracross, and Pinsir, that Pinsir's the least popular. I do like Pinsir quite a bit because I like stag beetles. Stag beetles are super cool. Stag beetles are super duper cool. It was cool in the show. I remember in the show Ash encountering a Pinsir and being afraid that Pinsir would cut Metapod in half. I remember. Ash was terrified. Broke the Pinsir's thing, oh, didn't it? Yeah. Memory unlocked. I started, Seki and I started rewatching Pokemon with the dub because, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going for an older anime out of nostalgia, if you grew up with the dub, you gotta watch it with the dub, right? Even though, like, subs, I think, are, like, inherently a lot better. For modern anime consumption nowadays, gotta do it dubbed for the old stuff. Some of the dubs back then had so much soul, bro. Depends on the anime, to be honest. Like, okay, an example I always give, if you like, it's for older anime, some American dubs are freaking fantastic. Like, I loved Ghost in the Shell's the Ghost in the Shell movie dub. Hearing Bato with your standard issue big gun, or Hellsing Ultimate's dub was freaking fantastic. You know what I mean? I went to dinner and they had a smart TV, so I put on YouTube and watched the first few episodes out. Oh, I see. Inuyasha dub is awesome. You should hear it coming from improvement and voice acting throughout the dub. Yeah, it's like, because back then the market was like so, I don't know, maybe it was undeveloped. Voice acting as an industry wasn't as it was kind of the Wild West. You know what I mean? Voice acting was kind of the Wild West back then. And like, it's such an interesting profession as well. Voice acting for the House of the Dead game? That's Ratchet. Like, you never heard back in like, I don't know if it's something people say nowadays, but like, I remember being asked as a little kid, a little bug at the time, when I was in elementary school, they'd always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I've never heard someone say they want to be a voice actor. You know what I mean? I've never heard someone say they want to be a voice actor. Video work wasn't also tainted by localizers. I think it was. It's just, it wasn't as political back then. You know, nowadays localizers inject modern politics into a lot of stuff, and it's kind of like, oh, it's so exhausting sometimes. Makes you tiresome. I just get so exhausted when I think of that example about who was it, Lakoa from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Like, she changed her outfit because she wanted to be less revealing for like her own sake, and then the localizers made it about like the patriarchy, and I'm just like, what? But that isn't what the character said originally. That's like someone else's message mixed in with the character's message. You know what I mean? And they can ruin a VA's rep because they wanted to insert some dumb shit on their own. Yeah. There was a point in time where I thought about being a voice actor. The main reason why I thought about it was because it wasn't because of anime though. It was because I got exposed to Flash animations growing up. But I knew nothing about microphones. I knew nothing about like audio equipment back then and what it took to be a voice actor. And unfortunately, like, oh, the ad break started. Ad break started. Let me go use the restroom real quick while the ads are going. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Hello? Oh my god, Ruri! Thanks so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello? Hello, good smelling kobold. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good stream. We're looking for Scyther, guys. We're looking for Scyther. You rated us in the middle of an ad break, but that's okay. It just ended. You squished an ant? You did? Oh, wait, don't tell Twitchy. Okay, okay, I won't tell her. I won't tell her. Don't worry. Twitchy, don't look. Okay. Okay. I hope you had a good stream. I trust you. I trust you trusting me, trusting you, me trusting. Yes. Don't mention the other squish things. What game were you playing where you were squishing things? Also, Nash, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you. Your voice sounds like it would be perfect for the love interest of an idiotic but well-meaning protagonist. What? I used to be able to do like actual other voices, but not so much anymore. A funky lime, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you. Squish Maggies? So gross? Oh no! Like, oh, like the tiny bugs, like the grubbies, little grubby bugs, like fly babies. Oh, why would you squish them? They're babies. No, don't say that. No, okay, I won't say that. I take it back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It hurt. Wait. You nipped her toes? Oh no, your toes. You have to protect those. You have to wear steel toe boots. Protect your toes. You have to wear Tims. What would... Okay. I want to see Ruri fan art where Ruri's got Tims on. Because I've got Tims on my model. I want to see Ruri Tims. That'd be amazing. Yeah, and they gotta be like just oversized enough that people are like, just look at it. We need to match. We're trying to catch Chansey as well. Did you DM the wrong person, Emmy? The Grand Exchange from RuneScape, have you ever played that? Wrong channel. It's fine. Trying to catch a Chansey. Get in the Pokeball. Get in the Pokeball. Chansey, take some luck. I believe in you. I have not been lucky yet. We didn't catch a Scyther this run. We'll go again. Yes, I would like to play. Hydrated enough? I'm kind of thirsty, but I just grabbed a Coca-Cola. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored. All right, thank you so much to the raid, Ruri. If you need to go get food or do laundry or take a little nap, I completely understand. Thank you so much to the raid. I hope your game was awesome. I hope your stream was awesome. You're awesome. Remember that. Bugga-Cola? You know, I'll be lurking around. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the lurkeroni. Oh wait, here's a Scyther. Okay. How do I feel about this one? I think we have a moderate chance of success for this one. And we go bait. Scyther's eating. And we throw a ball. Was it Scizor? Scizor is super cool. That's what we want ultimately. This is so sad. He scooped out instantly. Alright, here's another one. Baits? Ball? It's a female. Come on. Ball. Get in the ball. No. Unlucky. Unlucky. Alright, I'm gonna drink some Coca-Cola. Is there a Bug-a-Cola? Is that a thing? Smack it with a rock? Okay. Next Scyther, we're gonna throw a rock at instantly. Try to make it mad. Bug type trainers are the most oppressed trainer. One run of Magikarps? Why you can't do so many Magikarps? When your opponent has Sleep Powder, Lick, Pound, and Hyper Beam? What the? Still dragon mailboxes? What? Oh, I didn't mean to throw a ball instantly. Watch it work for some reason. Here, take this rock, bozo. Oh, that didn't work. Bug type trainers hate when you do this, and it's just a low quality PNG of a Charizard, a JPEG of a Charizard. No, not Charizard. Please. Please, not Charizard. Hate fire types. That's why I gotta add a water type to the team. A water and an electric type. Or maybe just a Pikachu, because Pikachu can learn Surf. Is Pikachu a special attacker or a physical attacker? Bug water, that's some 7th gen. Dude, I miss Araquanid. Araquanid is such a good Pokemon. Speed is its highest stat? I see. Another one's Aerodactyl because it's rock flying, which destroys bugs. I'm gonna assume that Aerodactyl in the prehistoric times main diet was bugs. That's the only explanation. It's made to hunt bug types. Yeah, I'm surprised in Cobblemont. I'm surprised Seki doesn't use an Aerodactyl. We have an Amber. We have an Amber for him to use. He likes Megas as well. Mega Aerodactyl would sweep half my team. And then it'd even be more difficult for me to use combat moves against it. Like fighting moves against it with my Toxicroak. Give me Scyther! Give me Scyther! Like I said, next site that we find, we're throwing a rock at to make it try and make it angry. Hydrate? Okay. There you go. Is water still one of the best typings in the game? Maybe. Water has always been pretty dang good. You know what Pokemon that I really like? That has a really cool design, but people just don't really appreciate enough? Tentacool and Tentacruel. People just don't appreciate them enough. They have two abilities that are unique to them only. That for the longest time. Like, Clear Body and Liquid Ooze, right? Tentacool released with their own two abilities that were unique to them. Clear Body, which prevents negative stats changes, which is awesome. And then Liquid Ooze, which prevents drain moves. Like, it damages them. And it's just like, dude, this Pokemon gets two cool abilities by themselves. And then it's funny because, like, later on, like Regirock and Regice and the Registeel get Clear Body, even though it's Clear Body because Tentacool is supposed to be a jellyfish. You know what I mean? So it's funny to see that name of the ability, that same ability, on something like Regirock and Regice and Registeel. Alright. Alright, so you're saying to throw a rock right from the beginning, or do we bait then rock? For Scyther. Rock right from the beginning. Right, that's what you're saying? Okay. I hope this Scyther gets mad at me. Rock. It didn't work. I think the difference is Magikarp can't run away. Because it's a fish. Let's bait then rock. Ba 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 ba. Apparently just bait and ball is better for rares. Oh, okay. Understood. May the RNG be with you. Because rares have a higher chance of playing. Understood. I didn't know that. Like, let me click on the calculator again. Like, if I click on Scyther, we have how many balls? Oh, it doesn't tell us here. Maybe we have to check here. It doesn't tell us here. I'm gonna try to catch Scyther. That's fair. Understood. Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. That's fine. We have 15 balls. Let's load a pattern for Scyther. They still say bait, bait, ball, 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 bait, ball, ball, bait, ball, 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 bait, ball, ball, bait, ball, 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 bait, ball, ball. Yeah, okay. And then after so many baits, throw a rock. Okay. I'm gonna, next time we see a Scyther, it's not too different from what we try anyways. Next time we see a Scyther, I'm going to try the calculator method. I'm going to. Give me a Scyther. I get a feeling we're gonna use another Scyther soon. I get the feeling. I have it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. We're gonna have another Scyther opportunity soon. Oh, wait, no, that's just a sugar rush. This is a sugar rush from the Coca-Cola. That's just the sugar rush from the Coca-Cola, guys. Get that Scyther, Twitchy. I believe in you. I will. I'll get a really good Scyther. One with at least 125 in IVs. At least. And a neutral nature, at least. I believe. I believe. Imagine it'll be a shiny one. If I get a shiny Scyther, I'm using it no matter what stats it's got. What does this shiny Scizor look like? That looks awesome. That would be so cool. It's green. Green Scizor. Oh, Chansey. Alright, I'm gonna just try and bait and rock you. Not bait. Not bait and rock. Well, I don't know. Let's try the calculator thing. Oh. Chansey, egg. So you have 25 balls. What did we do already? Alright, we're gonna do bait. Then it wants us to bait again. Now it wants us to ball. Okay, that didn't work. It wants us to ball again. Whoa, we got a Chansey! Nice! We don't have to catch another one now. Brave. Plus attack and minus speed. What the? This thing can punch! The method worked. Isn't this a defensive Pokemon? The special defense and defense being so low is kind of ouch. But we just need one for Dex completion. What do the egg taste like? I bet it tastes like egg. True! That's so true. Well, let me mark this caught. I wish my sugar rush was true. And then it made a Scyther appear. Alright, we don't have to worry about Chanseys anymore. The only thing in the beginning area of the Safari Zone we're looking for at this point is Scyther. That is the only thing we're looking for. Unless some other weird thing shows up. Safari Steps, one more encounter. One more encounter and let it be Scyther. One more encounter. One more encounter. No. No. Let's put away our other Pokemon. I wish there was a PC like right here. We do. I could just go around. But this is more effort and funnier. Let's heal up. Maybe I should make a Scyther box. Just like how we have a Paris box. Should I make a Scyther box? We have... I think this one was given to us. No, this is one we caught. We were given a Scyther. Yeah. We were given this Scyther. Let's make B9 our Scyther box. Bug flying, bug flying. This is a female we caught. With timid, which has reduced attack, so that's kind of not great. It's more speed, but reduced attack is really painful. And then it's got like inverse IVs, which is not fantastic. In every gen after this, they add a PC next to the Safari. I see. That's funny. They just for gore. They just for gore. We check the Pokédex. Where does it say? Safari Zone. Just says Safari Zone. We could also just buy Scythers. If we focused on making money, we could buy Scythers from the prize area. Even though that's technically like a Team Rocket stolen one. You know what I mean? Let me 500, please. But this is more fun, I think. Like, this is the hunt. This is the hunt, you know what I mean? We could 200% just buy a Scyther off the market. Or buy a Scyther from the prize shop in that one city. We have enough money to do that. But like, I think this is more fun. I think this is more fun. Alright, hope the rest of your stream goes well. Alright. Take care, Lonesome. Thank you for tuning in. Do what you find fun. This is fun. Guys, if we spend like the next like 3 PokeMMO streams in the Safari Zone, I would be very content with that. I would be extremely content with that. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. You know what's odd? Something they do. I guess it's for this mode only. It's unique for this mode only. Something they do outside of the Safari Zone is that when it's nighttime, is that you'll find Pokemon that are asleep. Or some Pokemon that sleep during the day are asleep when the sun is up. We don't see any Pokemon that are asleep here. Everything in the Safari Zone is permanently awake. Everything in the Safari Zone is permanently awake. Wait, can I see stuff in like battle log? Got away safely. Ba, 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 ba. I think someday we will come back. I think someday, I think it would be fun to shiny hunt in the Safari Zone. Someday. When we get the encounter counter, I think it would be a lot of fun to do like definitely a shiny hunt in the Safari Zone. It'd probably take forever. We'd probably be streaming for literal like months, like 7+ months. Because we'd probably find a shiny and it'll probably run away. It will more than likely run away. I wonder how valuable Safari caught shinies are in the player market. I really don't intend to sell Pokemon except for the ones I don't really care for. Like, once I get like Dex completion, right? Once I get Dex completion of Kanto, everything that's not something I'm fond of is probably gonna get sold, right? Because then I could keep my box focusing on other stuff. Having a shiny run away must be so painful at 1 in 30k rate. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's get a Scyther on this run. I wanna bag a Scyther. So what is the rate when you have the donator status? What is the what is the shiny rate when you have the donator status in this game? Because like, it's, for me, something like that could be part of could be a business expense, unironically. I've written off stuff like currency for cosmetics as a business expense before, because I only use it for the stream, right? 1 to 27k. Like, I use that for Elite Dangerous currency. We're getting a lot of encounters. Do lures do anything? Can I use a lure in the Safari Zone? Hold on. Let me look that up. Safari Zone. There are lure Pokemon. There's the Blissey, which is just Chansey. It's just an evolved Chansey. Wait. Hold on. Let me look at the rate. So every area has a rare and a very rare, right? So Pinsir and Scyther are rare. Chansey is rare. Tangela, very rare. Okay. So Tangela is the very rare option for this area, for the entrance. And for the area to the right, Marowak is the very rare. And we've caught Marowak already. And we've also, we saw to the right, we saw Kangaskhan, which I still want to catch, by the way. I probably want a Kangaskhan, because it's basically slacking before slacking. A normal stat stick. You know what I mean? Hi, Still Simmons. This is a very rare encounter. This Tangela that you see. Alright, I want to see a Scyther encounter in the next, like, 48 steps. That is not a Scyther. Pincer. Make it double. Wait, so in PokeMMO, do you see what the offspring will look like before when you put in the parents? Like, do you see what its stats will be? Are you gonna lurk? Have fun? Alright, I gotta go fast. Lurking is fine. Just shiny Blossom while EV training for social attack? Whoa. Nice. Alright, we did not get a Scyther in those Safari Zone steps. Lurking most of the time because you're at work right now? That's fair. No Parasect. We have a Parasect already. Run! I want to see the guaranteed stats and others show as X and Y being the lowest between the parents and Y the highest. Oh. I see. So I was like, I had a thought. Since, oh wait, like if I caught like something in the bug egg group that had high IVs, and I bred it with the Scyther, we switch the line where we walk on? Sure. We walk on this one. Watch if that was that first step into the other line turned into Scyther. That would have been crazy. Dude, this is a very rare encounter. Tangela is very rare. We just had 2 in a row. You can technically gamble for the IVs to be slightly higher every time if you don't use items to guarantee stats. From my understanding, what you could do is you could catch Pokemon. You could catch Pokemon, until you have a Pokemon with a perfect IV in each thing. Like you have one Pokemon with perfect IVs and special attack, one Pokemon with perfect IVs and attack, and so on and so forth. Right? And then you somehow combine them all together through breeding? Isn't that how it works? We're gonna run out of Safari steps without encountering a single Scyther. It's so sad. Maybe Scyther is sleeping. Maybe Scyther is sleeping. Ooh. Ding dong, time's up. Safari game is over. Yes, I would like to play. Remember, the next time we find a Scyther, we're doing the calculator technique. Imagine you find an encounter. Suddenly it's a Scyther. Even more suddenly, it's shiny. I would actually, okay. If, I don't even know what I would do. And it runs away from bait. Oh, I would be so devastated. If we encounter a shiny Scyther in the Savari zone, I would not even know what to do. I'd probably take a screenshot of it. I would probably take a screenshot of it. That'd probably be the first thing I do. Yeah, if both parents have the same perfect IV, it stays the same on the offspring. Oh. If you will find it and catch it, might I ask you not to sell it or rename it? I would not sell it. I would keep it. It would be my first shiny in this game. I'm a bug type trainer. Like I would not sell it. That is my Scyther. If I catch a shiny Scyther in the Safari Zone, that is mine. I'm not giving it up. Trying to catch a Tauros for weeks to finish up my decks when I was a kid. Oh. Well, Safari Zone is fun, I think. Are you saying to not rename it? Or to rename it? I don't... Okay, let's think of a name for a Scyther in general. Because I was thinking of, like, for a Scyther's name, probably to be like Snips or something. Just like Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars. Because he'll have like little scissor hands once it evolves. I'm thinking Snips. Citizen Snips. Seen Cleavor? I saw the Bulbapedia post for Cleavor. I'm not too interested in it. We see more Tangulas than we see Scythers. I'm gonna assume that Scyther and Tangela are switched. I'm gonna say Pinsir and Tangela are rare, and then Scyther is ultra rare. Alright, we just found one. Okay. Alright. Let's open up the calculator. We have... How many balls do we have? A whopping 30. We have a whopping 30 of them. Balls remaining. 30. Scyther. Load pattern. Alright, it wants us to bait. Bait first. Fled from battle. Yeah? That's the speed I like. At least we got... Okay. We got a Scyther encounter, at least. Hopefully we get another one. Might have jinxed it. Let's see if using a lure does anything. We have an expert lure. Let's use one. It's increasing lure like encounter chances, so that's a pretty big deal, I'd say. Can we do bait and rock next time? No, I think the very rares have a higher chance to flee. I don't think we're gonna do a rock unless the calculator says to. For Scyther. I've tried these other methods. Like, every time I've thrown a rock at Scyther, they've always ran away. Every single time. Can opener? That's a good name. How many times can you rename a Pokemon? So we bait 3 times. We bait twice, then we ball thrice, then we bait once, then we ball twice. Is my understanding. You own it? It should be infinite. Okay. You rename whenever you want. Yeah, I just didn't know if PokeMMO made like a renaming a limited thing. You just can't rename traded Pokemon. Oh. My interest in Pokemon is getting rekindled. I'm particularly cynical about the game. It just comes and goes. I mean, Pokemon is just fun. Like, it's good family fun. Right. Anyone could consume this at any age. You know what I mean? It's just like a timeless treasure of a game. And like, so I say that because like, I enjoy Pokemon the same way I enjoyed it when I was little. You know what I mean? And it helps, like, it kind of brings me back. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's try baiting. Scyther is eating. Alright. Calculator. Scyther. Load pattern. We have baited. Bait is thrown. Bait again. Bait is thrown. Ball. Alright. Alright, ball. Scyther fled from battle. Okay. Damn, unlucky. PokeMMO is a very good way to experience the older games since you have other people around experiencing the same as well, and you get events from time to time. Yeah. And it's just like, it's easy to engage with other players. Easier, because it's like, back in the day, I was limited to the kids in my neighborhood who also had Pokemon games. And like, let's say you couldn't afford, let's say you couldn't afford the next console, right? Let's say you couldn't afford it. Then you're just shit out of luck, you know what I mean? We'll try and catch this. We'll see if we can skip having to evolve one. Hi, Newt. Bum, 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 bum. Never played any Nintendo games? Get in the ball. Get in the ball. He hates us. Get in the ball. It's like Twitchy hates us? What do you mean? I'm gonna throw a rock at this guy. Lizzie's angry. Get in the ball. No. Aw. It was worth a shot. May I have a scyther, please? May I have a scyther, please? It was one tick away. Yeah. If she DM'd me specifically and told me she hated me. So true. So true, Oompy. Played Pokemon with my sister because we usually bought the opposite version of the game. Right. That's what I did with my little brother. Like, I had Ruby and he had Sapphire. And it was so much fun. I look back at those moments so much. It's such good memories. I just miss it. I just miss it, man. I miss it so much. I'm gonna have a good one. Good luck catching Scyther, especially a shiny one. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a rock at you, dummy. Ball. Get in the stinking ball. How dare you escape? That person is fishing the grass. How? Go ahead, I'll wrestle it to the ground. No, not use expert lure. We have one lure step left. Let's do a super lure. 200 steps. Oh, no, that's kind of a waste. No, we'll just go without a lure. Because we'd miss out on like 50 steps. Bug Pokemon Master Twitchy Buggy? Yes. It's me. I'm the Bug Pokemon Master. Alright guys, if I was a Pokemon NPC, would I be a bug catcher or a Pokemaniac or something else? Did I already ask this question? I think I did. I think I did. Isn't there an Elite Four that's a bug type trainer? In like another game entirely? A Scyther! Okay. Alright, we have 18 balls. Load pattern. Bait. A bait. Double bait. Bait 1. Bait 2. Ball. Get in the ball. Scyther's eating. Ball. Scyther fled from battle. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You will give me another Scyther. You will give me another Scyther this stream. I refuse to go only one Scyther for the entire stream. Well, only one caught Scyther for the entire stream. PokeMMO will give me another Scyther. It's true. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Ding dong. Time's up. Okay. Let's go. Again. All right. Let's use the lure. This increases the encounter rate, which is pretty good. I think if you breed a Scyther and hatch the egg in the safari, it counts as being caught in the safari. Really? Does it tell you how many steps it needs? I mean, the way you tell something's caught in the safari is if it has a safari ball, right? And it'll say caught in the safari. Because can't you swap the ball the Pokemon is in at any point? But the thing is that safari ball is not an item that's actually itemized, like, in your inventory. I heard you can swap the ball the Pokemon is in. Eggs in Pokemon are time-based, so you can just sit around. Really? I didn't know that they were time-based. I guess that's to prevent people from flooding the market, I suppose. So you just sit around. Well, no, I feel like running takes more time. Well, no, not because, I guess not because of the bike, right? The bike thing makes things go by so much faster. All right, ads are about to start soon, guys. Ads are about to start, just so you know. All right, here's the Scyther. All right, we have 30 balls. Scyther. Bait. Scyther is eating. Bait. Scyther is eating. Ball. Get in the ball. Get in the ball. Aw. Alright, ball. Here's another ball. Almost. Here's another ball. Fuck it, we ball. Ooh, so close. All right, we did this one. Watching carefully. Okay, if you do watching carefully, you have to start over again. So you have to do bait again. Alright, double bait. Ball. Alright, Scyther is eating. Here's another ball. Hi, Sarge. All ads just started. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the ad break to stop before I continue. Hello, chat. Hello, non-advertisement havers. Hello, subs on Twitch. Hello, YouTube and Kick. We have 2.5 minutes before we proceed. Hello. Hello. What do you guys think? How do you... Okay, we've been using my new audio interface. We've been using my equalizer. We've been using my, you know... I'm still using my same microphone, my Audio-Technica 2035. But how do you think I sound compared to how I used to sound with the Scarlet Solo with no equalizer? Do I sound better or do I sound worse? I think there's a certain classic charm to how I sounded with the Scarlet Solo. But ultimately, the Scarlet Solo is not meant for voices at all. You sound alright? Alright is alright. Alright is alright. I can live with alright. Sounds good to me. That's good. Pay much attention as long as the person sounds clear. That's fair. I think a lot of people are like that. There's just some extra care so that I'm not so quiet when I'm whispering, or I get quieter. So that like the compressor is working. We're also doing a lot to eliminate, you know, like the hissing sounds that's in my voice. My S sounds, I kind of like a snake. Sounds like a big sister to me. What the? Big sister to play Pokemon games with. Do I still sound as nasally? I've always been kind of nasally. I think I have nerd voice syndrome. I think I have permanent nerd voice. That's like a snake. I think I'm kind of a dweeb. It's just that time of the year. Let's be real. Pollen? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright, ads should be over now. Ads should be over. Welcome back. We did not proceed. We did not throw any more balls. Alright, we are now due for another Safari Ball. And after this should be bait. No! I fled from battle. No way. Twitchy's a cute nerd though. I try to be. I'm sorry if you can hear a fan at all. I started having a fan blowing on me because it's just been always so hot in my room. It's kind of ridiculous how hot it can feel in here sometimes. But now I've got a fan blowing on me and it makes things a lot easier. Alright, our lore steps are about to end. I want to catch another Scyther today. Like, okay, is Blissey difficult to evolve to? Is it just a level? How does Chansey evolve? How does Chansey evolve? Raises friendship to high level and then level it up. Just needs high friendship. You just gotta battle with it and level it up. I see. Okay. Understood. Understood. So I'm not gonna worry about Blissey. I'm not gonna worry about Blissey. I'd rather have all the Safari Balls I need for when I encounter a Scyther. The increased encounter rate from the lure is what we're using it for, not for Blissey. Okay, another thing we're on the lookout for, just so you know. Paras and Parasect also spawn in the Safari Zone. I already have a Paras and Parasect, but if a shiny variant were to spawn, I would catch it. 200% I would try to catch it. Use another expert lure. Tell young parents they're gonna grow up big and strong. Yeah, their flower's gonna bloom. Just like Bulbasaur's. I still want to see like a different evolution of Paras. That's Paras that like got past the mushroom. Like you give Paras with high friendship a fungicide or something, like a fungicide item. One that you would deliberately have to go out of your way to cancel the evolution of. Like you have to cancel the bad one. Ultra Shroom evolution. Bam, bam, bam. Give us Scyther, pretty please. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can give us a Scyther. I believe in you. Please. Pretty please. Stop giving me Tangalus, give me a Scyther. We will find one. We will find one. What does swarm mean? What does it mean in the top left when it says swarm? Oh, plus 10% wild and Pokemon encounter rate. Nice. I should get regular lures as well. Jeez, only one Scyther encounter for this run so far. And we have less than 100 steps left. I know we can make it happen. Ba 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 ba. I wonder, for the name Ash Ketchum, is that a name made by the marketing team or localizers? Or who decided Ash Ketchum is a name? That's just so like them. For like a It's just so like them for the time. For like a marketing team back then. You know what I mean? Like it's just very what you'd expect of like a marketing team. It's just like the joke where you hear like Master Chief's real name is John Halo or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that Ash is like got Pokemon in his name. Localizes if it's an American name. I see. His name Satoshi or something? Because that's 100% marketing. His name is Satoshi. Yeah, it is. Onji Tsushi. Satoshi in Japanese, yeah. I wonder what his last name is. Oh. Yeah, we only had one Scyther encounter that last one, and that's pretty sad. I feel like the last time we were in the Safari Zone, there was a lot more going on. There had some oomph to it. Yeah, some oomph. How are these Parases level 32? My back hurts. Today is more like the bed zone instead of the Safari Zone. Didn't they ever name drop his last name? But he was named after the creator of Pokemon. Oh, I didn't know the creator of Pokemon's name was Satoshi. I didn't know. I've had random people try to battle me and I've been declining them based on what their character looks like. Like how much drip they got. If they got hella drip, they probably go crazy on this game. Me, I think if I was gonna get any drip at all, I'd get the B outfit. That's what I would get drip wise. But then it makes it difficult because people like to gift me outfits, and then it's like, oh well, if I bought the B outfit, I don't feel it. If people gift me outfits, I feel bad if I don't try them on. You know what I mean? Man, get a Team Rocket one maybe for myself. Oh, Team Rocket would be cool. I think you can get that from the prize location though, can't you? You can get a Team Rocket outfit. I kind of want to cosplay. Oh, Scyther. Okay. I kind of want to cosplay a Team Magma Grunt or a Team Rocket Grunt. All right, we have 30 balls. We have a Scyther. Load pattern. All right. Bait. Scyther's eating. Baited once. Throw bait again. Scyther's eating. All right. Ball. Pretty please, Scyther. Pretty please. Ball. I have a bad feeling about this Scyther. I have a bad feeling. Actually, we're doing okay. Let's do another bait. This is the farthest we got into the chain. Get in the ball. I get the feeling we might have a really long battle, like a really long encounter, and then it's all for nothing. Scyther's eating. All right, it says to do another bait. Okay. Now we have 3 balls. Scyther's eating. Ball. Scyther's eating. Ball. Come on, Scyther, please. Please, man. Scyther is watching carefully. All right, we're back to bait. Scyther's eating. We're back to bait again. Scyther's eating. Now we're doing ball. Sorry to see you live so early. This is actually my old stream slot. On weekdays, I stream on one weekday a week, and that's Tuesday, and it's always 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, it's daylight savings time now, isn't it? Wait, did it say watching carefully? Or did it say it was eating? Chat, what did it say? Let me take a look at the VOD. Sorry, I got distracted. Can I rewind my own stream? What does it say? Channel. Mute my own channel. I have turbo, don't I? Can't I rewind? I can't remember what it said. Oh no, do you guys remember what it said? So you work, so I can't hang, but I wish you a great stream. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Ulta Ship. Yeah, I really can't remember what it said. I think we just threw a ball. And then it said that it was still eating. No! Sorry I distracted you. It's okay. It's okay. It is a-okay. But yeah, 6 p.m. For the longest time, my stream schedule used to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then one long weekend stream. And then for a while, it was 4 streams a week with 2 long weekend streams and then the weekdays. But then it just turned into 2 long weekend streams and 1 weekday. That's what I ended up switching to. Because I was burning out very quickly with the 4 streams a week. It's very rough on your body, especially all the sitting. That's why I had to get a standing desk. I'm not using it right now though, because I've been standing more at work. At work, I stand a lot more. It said it was still eating? Okay. So we played our cards right then. We played our cards right then. It just decided to flee. Ba, ba, ba. Expert lure? Yeah, I'll use another one. Hi, Victor. Some third-party thing telling the pattern? Yeah, there's a tool that helps. But it's a pretty standard pattern from what I understand. Basically, at the start of the battle, bait twice. And then catch. Try to catch within 3 balls. If it's still eating after 3 balls, throw out a bait. Then go back, then try to catch in 2 balls. If at any point it starts to look carefully, start over and throw 2 baits. And then repeat the cycle. And then the only time you throw a rock is just before your last ball. It's like a Hail Mary. If you have 2 balls left, you throw a rock, and then you Hail Mary. So I probably don't even need to look at the guide anymore. It's like I understand the premise now. Okay, before I leave, does the battle text in chat say what it said? Oh, right. Maybe that did. Let's see. Meter in. Scyther is eating. Yeah, it was eating. Alright, I'll just keep the battle text open. That helps a lot more. I'd also be very cool with like a shiny Venonat, as long as it's a bug. Shiny stuff in general. Shiny bugs, I like. Gotta get it. Not to help, gotta get back to work before I'm caught texting. Okay. Imagine not having a job where you can goof off on your phone or even your laptop. Imagine. Imagine. Alright, here's the Scyther. So from my understanding, we have 20 balls. Bait. Bait. Fled from battle. Alright, perfect. I can't watch VODs because I gotta cook. Man. Man. Another Scyther, pretty please. So we had 2 Scyther encounters. No, did we have 2 or 3 this run? I got shit for having my headphones in, so maybe I can. Just have one headphone in. Just have one. I feel my text is the last possible moment. Says the load off my shoulders. Yeah, I filed my taxes. I don't know when I'm getting my refunds though. I'll have to check. I think the Twitch payout might have been today, so I have to see how much I made. I'll check and see if my tax return is there and check and see if my refund. Yeah, my tax return and my Twitch payout is there. I hope so. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so what if what if they had a Pokemon game where your starter was like the way you picked your starter was through something like the Safari Zone? You know what I mean? What if there was a Pokemon game that started off that way? Because if you think about it, are you looking for something specific? Yeah, I'm looking for Scyther. I still think it's fascinating to think about how people like caught Pokemon before they had Pokeballs. Sprays you with Raid? What the? How dare you? How dare you? Die? I can't believe Austin the Cactus would say that. He's a hater. He's sipping on that haterade, guys. Austin is sipping on that haterade. #1 hater. So true. Why would you hate me? I'm just a little bug. I don't do anything to deserve hate. Got hold of a real FG42 the other day, and what's it like to not be as cool as me? What? I mean, you do lots of cool things, Austin. You fly planes, you play with guns. Those are cool. I just play Pokemons nowadays. That is pretty cool stuff, I gotta admit. I think that's kind of the thing, is like people look down on VTubing for some reason, right? I guess it's just because it's not really accepted by the normie sphere. So it just bewilders me to be like VTubing, to be streaming. You know, I'm pretty much a loser in real life. You know what I mean? I think I'm a loser in real life, pretty significantly. But I'm not like hateful at myself or critical of myself for it. It's just like I'm just kind of a loser. And then people come and watch me and it surprises me every day. And then I find, oh, people, you're a pilot? Oh, you're like a doctor? Oh, you're like a welder or an electrician, or you work on like tanks or boats or aircraft or stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, that's like awesome. And I'm just over here like just barely scraping by with my full-time job. You know, I think there's a chance given the current circumstances, I might become an unemployed buggy soon. Not due to me doing anything wrong. It's just like management is changing again, and it's just I think things are probably heading south at where I'm currently working. Because it's been ruined. Yeah. I think a lot of normies get tired of VTubers because unfortunately the VTubing scene is dominated by a lot of people who don't even stream on Twitter. Like people post on Twitter for like controversy and clout and beef all the time, but then they don't even stream. And then the ones who do stream get like huge, even bigger off of it. And it's just like, it's created this atmosphere of like, I'm afraid to engage with other VTubers sometimes because I worry that like, is this person actually talking to me to be my friend, or are they trying to talk to me to like use me as a stepping stone, or are they talking to me am I gonna get blackmailed later? You know what I mean? So it's so scary that it's like I almost distance myself away. I almost kind of distance myself away from VTuber as a term. I've always told people this. I know what I'm saying doesn't make a whole lot. I think sometimes I kind of speak out of my ass. But like, I'm a streamer who happens to VTube, is what I like to say. That's what I like to say. I don't really play into what makes up a traditional VTuber. I'm not an idol. I don't do ASMR. I don't like farm engagement on Twitter for beef and drama. I'm just a Twitch streamer. I just play games, and I just happen to use a VTuber model. You know what I mean? I more meant that the main clip normies see as their giant streamer watches clips of very big VTubers doing their super shit. I figured if there's the most popular people, then the rest are like this. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, guys, if work does end up imploding due to management changing and bullshit happening, I may go full-time streamer. Like, for real this time. I know I tried it before, but like, yeah, that doesn't help either. To be honest though, Austin, that is typical con behavior. For some reason that always happens at cons. And that is not a VTuber exclusive thing. That is a convention thing. Vince O'Connor heard about the yeah. People meet up and they just get kind of something changes in their brain. I know it's not a VTubers thing, but imagine just a big giant streamer you never met and the first clip you see is how they have a yeah. A lot of the really popular, okay, there's a lot, not saying a lot of the really popular, there are a lot of popular clips of VTubers that are like sexual in nature, and those are setting us, or like setting this precedent that VTuber is like a lewd profession, when it's not, when it's genuinely not. And I'm not trying to be critical of people who do that kind of content. It's just like, it's just not for me. But like, and then you see VTubers who like do nothing but farm engagement on Twitter, and then it sets this precedent that, oh, all VTubers are kind of just like drama seekers or attention seekers, right? When that's not true. It's just, if it's about a vocal minority, you know what I mean? It's just like how every vocal minority ends up defining the stereotype of certain groups, you know what I mean? I don't consider them VTubers. I'm not here to gatekeep that. Some people's idea of a VTuber is someone who just uses any kind of avatar at all and streams. Some people say they're a VTuber and they've never even hit the live button. I don't think that's true. Personally, I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to stop them from calling themselves a VTuber. I'm not going to police them on it, right? There are people who are VTubers and have been VTuber for a long time and don't even know what an Oshi is. But like, okay. You know. I remember this one time I encountered someone on Star Citizen. They had like VTuber in their name. And we asked them who their Oshi was. And they said, what's an Oshi? And then I remember seeing a similar interaction on Twitter, and the person's response back was like, see, I'm not terminally online, so I don't recognize what these terms are. As if only terminally online people would know what an Oshi is. And I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me? Oh, I should have used another lure. I didn't, did I? Like they immediately, when you throw a term like that at some people, they get on the defensive, and what they do is they insult you in the process. They call you terminally online for knowing what Oshi is. No, it's just called not being a tourist. You can always do what I did. I didn't know what an Oshi is. In fact, there was a short time period where I was streaming and I didn't know what Oshi is. Or I might have known, but I had forgotten. And I very quickly learned, because you want to know what I did? Someone asked me who my Oshi was, and I said, what's an Oshi? I asked them. And they told me what it was. And then it was never a problem ever again. In fact, it wasn't a problem ever. Instead, people get on the defensive about it. They're so quick to call you a tourist or terminally online just for being educated on your community and the content you're consuming. It's so frustrating. All right, we'll try to catch the Scyther. I believe in you. I believe in you, Scyther. God bless. God bless, bros. We caught a Scyther. All right, let's see. A second Scyther of the day. Impish. Reduce special attack, increase defense. Okay, interesting. What the? Whoa, wait, what the? What? Hold up. Huh? Double 31s, but zeros in HP and special defense. And what is its nature again? Impish. Wacky stat spread. Increased defense minus special attack. It's defense. It's a max defense scyther with also high attack and then balanced speed. I mean, okay, well, and it's a female. I don't know. Is Emmy still here? Emmy, are you still here? Is this a good scyther? I think it's an interesting that the HP IV sucks. And the special defense IV sucks, but like, is this already a creature that where the stats are already hot, really low? Hi, Flame Prime. Like, okay, what is Scyther's stats normally? We just caught our second Scyther of the day, Flame Prime. That's what we did, and we're currently reviewing our catch. We're currently reviewing our catch. Let's see. Scyther. Bulbapedia. What are its main stats? So its main stats is probably speed and attack. And okay. Defense and special defense are balanced. They're both at 80. Alright, but when it becomes Scizor, pincer Pokemon, what does it become? Oh shit, okay. So when they become, okay, that's Mega Scizor. Scizor would become a lot slower. But it has 100 defense. Its second highest stat, it'll have 130 attack and 100 defense. So this is a kind of interesting, like, this would be a good candidate for Scizor, I think. It sucks that it's so slow, but it is pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting to me. I think this one is worth giving a little heart, a little star, just to remember. By these IVs aren't amazing. I wish we weren't losing out on HP. That's a lot of bulk we're losing out on. But, you know, I could see a speed EV and attack EVs being really, really notable on this Scyther as the Scizor. You want the speed IV to compensate for the loss of the base speed. Yeah, exactly. A tank Scyther if the speed is not good? Yeah, a tank Scyther. So maybe even... So at that point, maybe I don't even run the Scyther. If I turned it into Scizor, maybe I don't even turn this into a speed. Maybe I wouldn't even... Maybe I wouldn't EV train speed. Maybe this would be attack and HP or something. Attack and HP. Or maybe even defense and HP. And turn it into a tank. You know what I mean? Like, that's entirely an option. Let me look up, like, what are some typical... You know, you have to play to your Pokemon strengths, right? This one's obviously, if it's a defensive Scizor, like, I can see HP EV training do a lot for it. Like, HP and defense would probably go crazy. So, defensive Scizor. And just be utility. Impish max HP and defense, rest and attack, or special defense with bullet punch, U-turn, roost, and defog. So wait, Scizor is a defogger? I mean, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, a purposely slow Scizor with U-turn. That could be pretty good. It still sucks it's missing HP though. So what ability did it get? It has Technician. Hey. That's a pretty interesting... it's a pretty interesting Pokemon. I think it's worth keeping a note on. And if anything, it's still a female with 2 perfect IVs. Attack and defense. It might be worthwhile for breeding. Anyways, the adventure continues. We're gonna keep looking for more Scythers. My Rapier could handle an earthquake to the face, which is cool, so you could train yours to def an attack. Yeah. Alright, here's another Scyther. Alright, bait. Bait again. Throw a ball. Whoa! Crazy! Crazy! A second Scizor. This is our 3rd Scizor of the day. Alright, we got a Naughty Nature with increased attack, reduced special defense. Okay, interesting. What happened? What happened to you, baby? What happened to your attack IVs? Did you break one of your claws? Listen, he's min-max so that he doesn't hurt himself during the confuse, okay? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I mean, his defenses are pretty solid. Look at these. Defend. Well, it's got special. All right, guys. Clearly, special attacker Scyther is on the menu. No, just kidding. Interesting little Pokemon. Okay. I'm glad we caught multiple Scythers during this trip. I'm very happy. We'll have to do a head count on how many Scythers we caught today. It's 3 so far, right? That's our 3rd one. We're almost at 3 hours, so that's almost a Scyther per hour. We're almost, say, can I ask, does Riombi exist here? Maybe. Maybe. Riombi? I think, oh, it's only gonna show me stuff I haven't seen or encountered. I've caught, seen, or encountered. So it's not gonna show me that. It might. Actually, I can check the global market. That'll probably show it. Or Riombi? You mean B? B drill? Combi? I don't think so. Only up to 5th gen? I couldn't remember what gen Riombi is from. Is it Rikombi or Riombi? I actually can't recall. The Gen 7, give me Scyther! Give me Scyther! Ba 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 ba. All right, here's another Scyther. What is this? Our 4th encounter for this run? All right, bait. Scyther's eating. Throw another bait. Scyther's eating. How many balls do we have? We have 25 left. Oh, Scyther's already gone. I mainly asked because Jesus as someone in Pokemon fan game used Urambi, and holy crap, bro used high speed for Quiver Dance and Baton Pass. Whoa. That's pretty crazy. I just feel like, okay, if I did build a defensive Scizor, why aren't I just running Fortress instead? Who's in the same game? You know what I mean? Then I get access to things like some of the same tools, like instead of U-turn, I have Volt Switch. I get access to stuff like Stealth Rock, like I get access to hazards, I get Rapid Spin. That's a pretty big deal. Max Quiver Dance Lucario. Oh yeah, I forget that Lucario can also be a special attacker. Well, is Lucario an attacker or a special attacker? I think you can go either way, right? Let's go put our Scythers away. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Someone caught a Zapdos. Alright, Scyther box. So it's Technician. What else do they have? Swarm. Timid. This one is still pretty interesting. It's not super ideal, but it's still a bug. How many Scythers are at the market? We can check the Scyther market. It's just I probably won't buy one because I still want to catch one. Like, that's a fairly good one right there. 31 attack. Its speed is kind of bad. It's a very popular mon. It can get very expensive very quickly. But like, here's an adamant one. That's a female with 31 in speed. And 22 in attack. That's a pretty good Scyther. Like, that's a Scyther I would use. Like, I would play with. Here's another one. Jolly with 31 speed. I would keep that one as a Scyther. I would not turn into Scizor because it loses that speed. Or unless you just want a really fast Scizor. Like, this speed is going up to, like, at level 100 is like 154, 155. That's a crazy amount of speed. Almost been 3 hours. Do we want to go for a 4-hour stream? Or maybe a 3.5-hour stream? Do we want to call it soon? I mean, we caught some interesting scythers. I'm still not really happy with the scythers we caught. I can't help but want to do one more safari run at least. You know what I mean? What did you guys think of the YouTube thumbnail? Did you guys take a look at it? Is it funny? Translation is hard, even in game. I mean, I imagine any game, any MMO that went through COVID had a sudden influx of players. And then ever since then, whatever inflation that caused has not come down. More than likely. Oh yeah, I need to use a lure. Going until you're ready. I just want to keep catching scythers. We came back with 2 scythers as part of that run. Went on a legendary run at Musume. Nice. Seki keeps telling me I need to go ahead and install Musume and get ready to play it because it's because I'm missing out on a lot of free stuff that I just need to be logged in for or something like that. The all scyther team. I think people do stuff like that. Already missed out on it, I think. Well, then it's already over. I did see Seki caught Maisho Dotto. I like Dotto. Dotto is really cute. And I like her outfit a lot. I like how the Umas get pretty crazy, like almost like early American, uniforms, kind of like a Revolutionary War kind of uniforms on some of them, on their outfits. Scyther! Hey, Anima Nova. How are you? Scyther is eating. Aww, he ran away. I was trying to give it bait and it ran away. 27 races, 27 first place positions. Nice. I've seen that. Like, yeah, Scyther. Yeah, we're hunting for Scythers. Blissey? Yeah, we have a lure. But we already have a Chansey that we can just level if we need to. Yeah, I just started using the bike. I just remembered. It probably increases encounter rates. We've been walking this whole time, but it's whatever. I'm not really bothered. Give us Scyther! Give us Scyther! Come on, man. And we have an ad break starting. Sorry about the ads, guys. I didn't even get a notification that they were starting soon. I've been trying to level up a Starmie with the Illuminate ability and the Hypnosis move as a catch Pokemon. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Wait, overthinking it? Nah, man. Use whatever you think is cool or will work well together. You never know, dude. This game has been out for a long time, so most people have figured out what does and doesn't work, but you never know. Some people actually don't do their own research or try things or experiment. You might make the next meta. Starmie is pretty. Also thinking of Parasect. I like Parasect a lot. I like Bug. Parasect is my favorite Pokemon. Or is my favorite Pokemon in Gen 1. I know in later gens I ended up liking other Pokemon as well, though. Maybe it'd be easier for me to just pick a favorite Pokemon for each gen. It's so hard just to pick one singular Pokemon to dominate them all. You know what I mean? Volcarona exists here? Yeah, you can get Volcarona in this game. You got a favorite for each gen, yeah. I think that makes a lot more sense. Hi, Kryptonian Jedi. Man, are we about to go through this whole run and only have one Scyther encounter and it fled on a bait? That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. What's your favorite for Gen 2? I'm not entirely sure. Because I don't think I've been exposed to Gen 2 very much. Right? Like, I played Fire Red and then my next Pokemon game after that was Ruby. Which I think Ruby is Gen 3, isn't it? So the lines kind of blur as to what is Gen 2. One difficult Pokemon to catch here. Also an awesome lineup of potential favorites. Yeah, I'm kind of realizing more and more from Gen 3. It's not even a bug type Pokemon that I think is my favorite from Gen 3. Unironically, I've fallen in love with that's the second Scyther encounter and it fled on the bait. That's the second one to flee on the bait. I've fallen in love with the concept of slacking. Slacking is quite literally got more stats than some legendaries in the game. So he's just a beast. But he has Truant. So people say people don't like him because he's hampered by being lazy. And I just want nothing more in the world than to make slacking work in my team. The lazy legendary. Yeah. That people don't like using. Yeah, I'll get Volcarona in my bug collection at some point. We're just not there yet. But like 200% When we get to Gen 3, I'm gonna catch a slack off. I'm probably gonna catch a lot of them. I might make a really high IV slacking. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And people might call it a waste of time, but you know, slacking is hard countered by anyone who uses protect, right? But slacking does not play around. I've always had the same kind of approach, okay? And I think this is part of why I like slacking so much. Whenever someone asks me who's my favorite dinosaur, I always ask them, do prehistoric mammals count? Because I have two answers to that question. If prehistoric mammals are allowed. I like the Daeodon, which is like the smiley pig. It's called a hell pig. It's basically like a dire boar, right? Which is a prehistoric boar. And the other mammal I like is the Megatherium, which is the North American mega sloth. Dude, like he said, you could make that a new meta in the game. If not, you'll get fantastically loved Pokemon. I don't think slacking will ever become meta because people will just use detect or protect and then they're fine. As soon as they see slacking switch in and they just use a move like that, it's fine. Right now I'm seeing every bug type I could suggest if you want, to be honest. Alright, I'm scrolling through the database. I see. There's lots of cool bug types. My team in Cobblemon right now, though, is Araquanid, Fortress as a pivot tank, Volcarona as a special sweeper. So yeah, Araquanid is a sticky web setter. Fortress is a pivot tank, physical tank. Volcarona as a special sweeper. Then Belly Bolt as a pivot special defense tank. And then Toxicroak as a sword dancer balance sweeper. And then Slacking, who's just a beast. So I've got two pivots on my team just so that Slacking can move in and out very easily. But you already know anyone who runs Stealth Rock is good. Oh, I did not mean to throw a ball instantly. Uh-oh, he's probably gonna run away. No, he didn't. Okay. Throw some bait. Throw some bait. Ball. Please get in the ball. Please get in the ball. Give me another Scyther today. Please. Watching carefully. Alright, bait. Bait. Ball. Pretty please. Pretty please, the cherries on top. Get in the ball. Pretty please. Oh, okay. Bait. Bait. Ball. Ball again. Ooh. Okay, one more. Okay. Was that 3 balls in a row? Oh no. Appear to be caught. Okay, yeah, that's 3 balls in a row. So we're gonna bait again. Alright, now 2 balls. It's a nice little safari ball. You'll love it. Nice! Thank goodness! Thank goodness! Okay, we got another Scyther today. Impish. Kind of interesting. It's got better attack and speed. Its defense is kind of meh. I wish it was better, but it's certainly a serviceable. It's certainly a serviceable Scyther. It's certainly a serviceable Scyther. It's not like best in the world, but it's serviceable. Keep catching? Yeah, I think so. Hi, Asians. How are you? It'll do in a pinch, yeah. I want more Scyther. You can evolve it as soon as you beat 4th gym. I've already beat the 4th gym. Yeah, and I have a metal coat. I just want to make the right decision and pick the right Scyther. I also think I should keep the Scyther as a Scyther until after EV training, because it's so much faster. Koga? I tried to battle him. I couldn't beat him. Because we only had 2 people on our team at the time, and it was Beedrill and Parasect. And then, but ever since then, we caught this pincer that I named Maneater Bug. She's a big mean maneater. And this pincer has a neutral nature, but it has very good IVs. So I went ahead and EV trained it. And this has got Mold Breaker. So this is our key for Koga. We just haven't beat it. We just haven't gone and done it yet. I was going to save that for the weekend. I was going to take Beedrill, Pincer, and Parasect and go beat up the gym leader on the weekend. And I was hoping today we can get a Scyther that's worth keeping. And then I would have EV trained the Scyther off stream or at the beginning of next stream. But so far we haven't had any luck. We did find one interesting Scyther, but I don't know if it's worth taking all the way. We'll do a head count on the Scythers we caught at the end of stream. Wants an attack nature? Yeah. I mean, I can see a physically defensive Scizor working, but at that point, I genuinely, why wouldn't you just use Fortress? Genuinely. You know what I mean? I think Fortress does the job better. The one Scyther that we found that I thought was kind of interesting has 0 HP IVs. Has the defense nature. But it has 31 in attack and defense. So it's got some bulk to it. But yeah, I don't know if it's anything to really write home about. We want IVs that complement the natural stats of the Pokemon. If I found a Scyther that had like 0 in every IV, but 31 in attack, 31 in speed, and then a nature that gave it speed or attack, I would use that. I would still think that's pretty solid. It would just be a glass cannon. Before just you can spam heavy defense and use heavy slam. That strat works very well unless you're at a fire gym. Yeah. Speed not that important. I guess that's fair. It's important if you keep it as a scyther. Which I wouldn't mind either, but I do want dex completion, OT dex completion. You get bullet punch has priority? I didn't know that. I've never used that move before, so I didn't know it has priority. Speed is very important if you have very low defense, yeah. So bullet punch is priority. Krogunk has it too. I didn't know that. On Cobblemon, my Toxicroak knows Sucker Punch. That's what I use. I don't use bullet punch. Give him the old 1-2. Yeah, exactly. I think Sucker Punch is such a fun move. Man, it's gonna be... What day is it? It's only Tuesday. It's already gonna be Wednesday soon. That's kind of ridiculous. Time is passing by so quickly. Give me another Scyther, come on. One more Scyther. One more Scyther before stream's end. One more Scyther before stream's end. Alright, here we go. Showtime. This is probably the last Scyther before this end of stream. Fall? No! It fled from battle! What are the chances we'll see another Scyther in the next 120 steps? Very unlikely, I think. Very, very unlikely. We'll try our best, though. We'll try our best. "75 steps. Pretty please. Pretty please. One more Scyther. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. One more Scyther. Come on. Please. Eating a hot honey pepperoni pizza? That sounds so good. Scyther, Scyther, Scyther. No, it's not Scyther, please. Please, 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 please. No, one more Scyther. We have 5 Safari steps left. No. All right, let's do a head count of what we got. Oh, I should have went this way. Alright, so we have our Scyther box. So we've caught... What have we caught today? Did we catch this one today? No. We caught these 4 today. So we caught an adamant one, which is pretty good, but its speed IVs are poop. And the rest of its IVs are kind of poop. Not great. Really not great. Then we have this female, who I was like, okay, impish, which is a defensive nature with 31 defense. This is max defense Scyther with attack. Its special attack is low. It's got balanced speed only at 15. There is a use for this one at some point. I don't know. We might use it for breeding, but I could see someone using this as a defensive wall as a scissor. I could see it. You know what I mean? Especially if bullet punch is a priority. Like, I could see attack EVs still hurting really bad, you know? I think it's either like you either do attack and HP EVs or attack and defense EVs. You'd have an insane amount of defense. I don't know which one is more resistance though. So the Scythers you're not going to use, they go for a decent price. Yeah. I'll probably do a big selling night all at once. This one has no attack. Has naughty nature. And swarm. While the previous one, like, this one's probably worth something because it's got 32 perfect IVs and it's female. This is probably worth something. I just don't know how much. Then this one is impish. This is the one we just caught. So we've spent 3.5 hours today and we caught 4 Scythers. I'm looking forward to catching more. Definitely looking forward to catching more and building our super bug team. We could also do a little silly and buy a Scyther from the prize shop. We could go Gamba and buy a Scyther. Just use the one, use the one with technician and 31 attack. It's good enough. Really? You'd say this is good enough to use? What would you train on it EV wise if I was to use this one? Attack EVs? Defense or HP EVs? I'm not sure. That would be an insane amount of defense. HP and attack? Yeah. I could see the HP being pretty significant. And you said bullet punch has priority. That does sound pretty good. I didn't know it had priority. Let me see, let me look at it in the Pokédex. Like what moves it learns. It doesn't show... Is Bullet Punch a TM? Okay, it doesn't show it yet. It gets Swords Dance too? Oh, okay. I'm gonna talk to some other friends about this one. Like, cause this is a brick wall of a Scyther. He's built for tough. Capable of taking hits. Oh yeah, that's no freaking joke, bro. You can take freaking hits. I'm gonna have to do some... I might do the math tonight and see which one has technically more effective health. More HP or more defense. As soon as you evolve it, it learns Bullet Punch. I see. Oh, is that like its specialty move? Okay, understood. Okay, understood. That's why I put a heart on this one. I'm gonna put a lock on it as well. If you're saying to go ahead and just use that one. Especially for my first playthrough. Because I am eager to go ahead and, you know, people can also put in the comments, by the way, on YouTube. If you want to put in the comments, if you think this Scyther is sufficient for me to do my first playthrough of PokeMMO with, to turn into a Scizor, I'd be okay with that, you know. Let me know what you think. But I'm also going to ask a friend about it, and I'm also going to do the math to see which one has more effective HP. Putting in HP EVs or putting in defense EVs. We'll have to see. It's more than enough for story? Okay. Perfect. That's cool to learn. Alright, thank you. Thank you. I'll say I can do EV, like I said, I'm gonna EV, if I'm gonna EV train a Scyther off stream, I'm gonna EV train it as a Scyther because it has higher speed, so it can just one-shot things because it's over leveled. If I'm freaking training for attack and HP anyways, I'm beating up Parases and Caterpies. With Technician and Stab, Bullet Punch like 110 power. Oh. Yes, use it? Okay. Okay. Alright, understood. Alright guys, thanks for talking that out with me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. One last thing we should do before we end stream though. Fishing Guru's older brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without it. Tell me, do you like fish? Yes. Like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this fish, young friend. This fishing rod. We now have a good rod. Fishing is a way of life. It's like the finest poetry. A criminal rod would only catch Magikarp, yes, but with a good rod you can catch much better Pokemon. It's interesting that we get the good rod before we get the super rod. We needed to grab that. I needed to. And today is a Swarm Day, a social Pokemon in Kanto. Look at your map. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Man, I could go for like a cinnamon roll right now. So bad. Oh. I see. It shows like a drip bloom. Rock Tunnel? Route 10? Oh, I know where that is. The same place where we caught our Krabby. Nice, okay. Alright. Alright, that was a lot of fun. Let's look for someone to raid then. Let's look for someone to raid. Who are we raiding on YouTube? Let's take a look-see. Be sure to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone on YouTube. Is this a waiting room? Hold on. Is this a waiting room? I have no idea. Let me check this. Are you live? I think he is live. But there's also Maple. Maple has raided us like 3 times and I haven't raided her back. I haven't raided Maple back a single time. So I think we should raid Maple. Where is she? Kuroko Maple, crime scene cleaner. Yeah, let's give her a raid message. Raid. Get in the stinking Pokeball! There's our raid message. Alright, yeah, we'll raid Maple on both YouTube and Twitch. So be nice, okay? Be nice. Let's do okay. Raid channel. Okay, I see it. Start raid. Alright, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into my stream. I had a blast hanging out with all of you. You're all lovely people. You're all truly wonderful. Take care and have a good night, okay? I will see you all on Friday going into Saturday. So like Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And then, you know, obviously that'll go into Saturday morning. And then I'll see you all on Sunday. We're going to be playing, we're going to have a collab with James this week. We're going to be trying to do modded Cobblemon. Like modded Minecraft into Cobblemon. But if that doesn't work, we might play Gray Zone or Ready or Not instead. We'll see. Alright, well, have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.